gonna take this down into that gap. If you look at the V in the sky there, we're going for the right side of that V. My house is right there, so we gotta get it right. Got a pretty good looking wedge, taking up about not quite half the diameter of the tree. And a straight hinge going all the way across, so that when I saw into this side, when I get to about here, the tree will tip along that hinge, because it'll be just a little bit of space this way, whereas we'll have the whole length of the tree that way. So unless I went really against the lean of the tree, it's going to naturally go along with that hinge. And I'll probably pound a couple wedges into this side just to give it a little nudge to go along with that hinge. Generally double check the angle of the hinge by putting my axe perpendicular to the hinge there, and then I come out here and I can look along where the handle's pointing for where I want the tree to fall. If you're ever doing this and you start feeling your saw getting pinched in the tree, that's a sign that the tree's wanting to lean against the way that you want it to fall. So you're gonna have to make some serious adjustments. But we're fine here. While you're sawing, or while you're using the axe for that matter, it's good to check your progress from both sides and multiple angles, because sometimes it's really not clear when you're off from one view. So it's yeah, great to get a couple perspectives. If you're sawing, especially with a curved saw like this, I would definitely recommend doing at least some of the sawing from both sides, even if one side is a little more challenging access-wise, because it's way easier to get an even cut for the wedge all the way across. Getting to the point where I'm going to start hammering a couple wedges into the saw side here, just to make sure the tree starts tipping the way I want it to. There's enough room that I can start hammering a wedge in, and it won't touch the back side of the blade, so I can keep sawing if I need to. It's best if you can finish the job by hammering the wedges instead of sawing the hinge all the way through, because the hinge is what's guaranteeing the tree is going to actually fall the direction you want it to. So you'll notice from the steep drop-off of the cliff here that I was very confident once the tree hit the ground, it was going to ricochet in that direction, which is why I ran that way when the tree started to fall. So that's something you definitely want to be aware of, all your surroundings, before the tree actually tips over, for your own safety. So a couple notes on the stump here. You can see the hinge right here going all the way across, and that it held on until the tree was very far tipped over and then had a clean break, which is what you want. That's what guarantees the direction. You can also see slightly thicker here in the middle. That wasn't intentional. That was a byproduct of having a curved saw. And it's not necessarily ideal if it were any thicker than this. It could introduce more variance into the hinge. So that's something to be aware of if you too are using a curved saw. But all in all, I'm really happy with how this went. Thanks for watching.